We'll be right back. An hour. And if everybody would take it. Okay.
Whenever control take it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Will you be back here by 12?
Yes.
Please stand clear, doors are closed.
Sorry for any confusion. We are running a regular schedule. So trains have to stay on schedule or it totally disrupts everything. Right now it's, first of all, welcome to the Expo
Or
Line.
the Silver Line, 1 block west on Figueroa.
Currently at 7th and Metro, we have trains coming in and departing every 3 minutes. That's why it's very important to stay on schedule. We have to think about our Blue Line patrons as well, who have gone through a lot during construction and testing, believe me. The EIR for this line was completed, I believe, in 2000. Construction began in 2006, and we are opening April 28th. We will have free rides for 2 days. There will be special events on Saturday only at 7th and Metro, USC, Crenshaw, and La Cienega. Can you guys hear me back there? I'm going to be quiet now until we get out of the tunnel.
Next stop is Cienega Station. Exit here at the Silver Line, 1 block west on Figueroa. The Silver Line, 1 block west on Figueroa.
It's easy on the red. You think you can put the shade up?
Actually, that's not a shade that goes up. And I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, what we're going to do for the photographers of the group is on the way back. Somebody on one of the tours said, what are we going to see on the way back? Well, you're going to see the same thing you saw on the way there. So, what
Maybe
we'll
they'll go to different routes.
No. What we'll do at that point on the way back for the people with cameras is we'll open the door. We do ask that you stay like right here so that you're not in the
Now
cab with
arriving
the
Pico
driver.
Station. Exit here for
So this
Staples
is the
Center
second
and LA
station
Line.
we share with the
Or
Blue
the Silver
Line.
Line, 1 block west
7th
on
and Metro
Figueroa.
and Pico. And if you've been listening to all of the information that AIG is discussing about a new football field,
This train is not
this station will be totally redone if that goes through, because it will not be able to handle the capacity that they're talking about. AIG will pay for that, which we're happy about.
We'll pay for part of it. More than 10 million, believe me.
Now, when we get to Washington, which is where Trade Tech is, we have three universities, 4 large religious centers, a K through 12, and a high school and an orthopedic hospital on this alignment. When we get to Washington, which is where Trade Tech is, we will be on Expo tracks. Well, they're both Blue Line Expo, but we will separate with the Blue Line. So everything from then on will be new track. On Flower Street, we are on a right-handed east side alignment. You probably heard about the USC kids who all went together and bought a Mercedes. They had the Mercedes for approximately 18 minutes when they ran a red light and they hit an Expo train. So on the way back, I'll talk about what Metro does to prepare community for a new line. In that case, my team has actually been out on the alignment for over a year conducting safety outreach. What we did is when that accident happened with the dealers, we went over and visited all the dealers on Figueroa, and now if you buy a new car from a dealer on Figueroa, you actually get a safety flyer as part of your package.
What's that?
That is the pole class. It's part of Trade Tech, and it's a pole class to teach people how to go to work for Southern California Edison. All right, we are now on Expo tracks. This is Trade Tech over here. It's a huge facility, actually.
For Bob McMillan, this is rare mileage. Rare mileage is the term for people that go on a railroad that doesn't have passengers yet, so
So
it doesn't have many passengers.
if you're a student at Trade Tech and you're coming up on the Expo Line, you would have to go to Pico and catch the blue line and come back to the Grand Street station. Or you could get off at the 23rd Street station and walk north. And it's not a bad walk. I've done it. This is Trade Tech right here. No, we are not at 23rd Street yet. Our stations are about a mile apart, except at USC.
This is 21st Street.
Are they still working out the kinks on the
On the
crossing?
junction?
Yeah, on the junction.
It appears that they are worked out. We were a little nervous there for a while, but it appears everything is working smoothly now. I'll talk about this more when we come back, but you'll see some people out on the corners in these vests. Those are my rail safety ambassadors. They are retired bus and rail operators. We use them whenever we open a new line. They basically have three jobs: to help the community cross the tracks safely, to report back to us how the community is behaving so that we know whether we need additional engineering, education, or enforcement. Enforcement, of course, being the sheriffs.
Now arriving,
And
23rd Street
sometimes
Station.
we reach a point where the sheriffs are the only solution.
Now arriving,
Especially when you have
23rd
cars
Street
running red
Station.
lights or making illegal turns. This is the 23rd Street station. This is the Children's Orthopedic Hospital. If you look out that window, you'll see, it's kind of behind a tree from my view, but a beautiful terracotta building. That is Mount St. Mary's College. If you've never driven down Adams, it is a beautiful, they're beautiful old homes that have been turned into a college. The dome over here is St. Vincent's Catholic Church. The next pretty dome is AAA. And the one on this corner is St. John's, which is the home of the Episcopal Diocese of Los Angeles.
What are they constructing?
That's part of the hospital. When we first started testing, the rail safety ambassadors, they've been out there for a year, same corner every day, rain or shine, hot or cold, reported that we also have a freeway on-ramp. It's a carpool lane that crosses our tracks. And they reported that semis were coming up, seeing it was a carpool only lane, and then backing across our tracks again. So in that case, we went out and talked to the trucking companies and gave instruction on how their semis have to get around now that this is the train.
Bridge is this thing we'll be doing.
This is a Caltrans project. They're widening the street. Yeah, I actually got an email today from an 88-year-old
The
lady
next stop is
who
23rd
used to
Street
ride,
Station.
the red cars, asking
The
when
next
we were
stop
opening,
is
she wants to be
23rd
on the
Street
first
Station.
train.
My grandma we used to live down by Dorsey High School. And my grandma and me would walk up the Farmdale Station. They only ran one trip each way.
Yeah.
We got on the one trip, rode downtown, pulled around all
The
day,
next
and
stop
back
is
on the
Jefferson
Right.
USC
return
Station.
trip.
Right. Our next station is
Next
Jefferson.
stop
It is
Jefferson
will be
USC
heavily
Station.
used by USC students. There is directly across from the Jefferson station is a new dormitory that USC built. Coming that building right over there is a dormitory for USC. It's also where the Galen Center is. So lots of basketball games, that kind of thing.
Now arriving
After we
Jefferson
leave the
USC
Jefferson station,
Exit here for the
We
Galen
will be
Center
going
and
into a
University
trench
Village.
where the train will make a curve,
Now
and that trench, by the
arriving
way, was built to
USC
avoid all the
Station.
freeway
Exit here
on-ramps.
for the Galen Center
We will go
and
through the
University
trench,
Village.
and when we come up, we will be on a center line, Center Street alignment, and we will be in front of USC.
Are they still working on signal preemption here?
The trains do have signal preemption. However, if traffic is snarled and we get a red light, we will stop the same as a car. We are currently in street running. That means we can go 35 miles an hour and we operate just like a car. When we pass Gramercy, which is I'll point out, I forgot it yesterday, so I'll try and point it out. Then we go into what we call cab running, and that is on our own right of way, totally fenced, quad gates at every intersection, and we will be going 55 miles an hour.
So you have a speed where you're safe.
Now arriving 23rd Street Station. Now arriving 23rd Street
It's an
Station.
unusual situation where it's a four-way red. We don't have any four-way reds on this alignment. No.
But the blue line of Washington's pretty synced. That you get green the whole way.
Yeah, we do have priority, but if it gets out of sync, we stop just like a car. This is the trench.
The next stop is Expo Park, USC
It
Station.
has, it's cut and cover. It has
The
spaces
next
that are
stop is
open,
Expo Park,
which
USC
is what
Station.
makes it a trench as opposed to a tunnel.
Except the exit we're getting about 100 the next one down Burbank.
There's a whole discussion between Metro, right? There's a discussion between this is a trench for a subway.
Yes. It's primarily a fire department issue because in a tunnel you need a lot more fire
Now
safety.
arriving Expo Park,
Fans,
USC
that
Station.
kind of thing.
Exit
And if
here
it's open
for the
at the
California Science Center and the University of Southern California.
Okay, this weekend the Festival
Now
of Books.
arriving Expo Park,
The only time
USC
Festival
Station.
of Books
Exit
will be
here
taking
for the
place at
California
USC.
Science Center and the University of Southern
Of course, on
California.
the other side, you have the Science and Industry Museum, the Natural History Museum, the African American Museum, the Rose Garden, and the future home of Endeavor. Yes. My biggest fear was that it would arrive in April.
When is it coming? Do you know?
Very shortly after April.
They flew it in, so it's somewhere, it's at Edwards or something.
Yeah.
Is it LAX? That was discovered.
At LAX.
It was really cool. If any of you saw the news last night, the one that's in Washington,
That's Discovery.
they flew it really low down the Capitol Mall. There's a picture of it in the LA Times this morning. It's really cool.
I'm in the LA Times this morning.
Our next religious institution is at our Vermont station, which is the next station. It's on this side. It's a mosque. I apologize, I cannot pronounce the name. I've tried. But they get 700 people a day for prayer.
The next stop is Expo
The
Vermont
reason I
Station.
mention that is we have to train
The
all
next stop
700
is
of those
Expo
people
Vermont
of how to
Station.
ride the train safely and across the streets.
Now arriving 23rd Street Station.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, we're at Expo Vermont now.
Now arriving 23rd Street Station.
Go listen to him.
Yeah,
Obviously, I think they haven't worked out yet. We're at the Vermont
yeah.
station.
Yeah, we're at Vermont right now. Yeah, yeah, it's all just like the blue line, the older one. Yeah. Just below Cienega.
Now arriving Expo Vermont Station.
Thank you.
Exit here for the
Now,
Natural
one thing
History
you'll
Museum.
notice when we're on exposition,
Now arriving
There are
Expo
split-
Vermont Station.
split
Exit here for
platforms.
the Natural
this is
History
the
Museum.
only alignment we have that has split platforms. So the westbound platform is on this side of Vermont, and the eastbound platform is on the other side of Vermont.
Quite a few.
Are they going to be using these trains or different?
No, these are the trains that we'll be using. They're a combination of P2000s and I think
The
it's
next stop is
685
Jefferson,
and maybe
USC
285.
Station.
But they're the same cars that run on the
The
blue
next
line.
stop is
Because we
Jefferson,
share
USC
tracks,
Station.
they have to be able to go on both lines. Now the yard for the blue line is in Long Beach. So this train will run just like all of our other trains, 5 a.m. to 1 in the morning. But because Long Beach is so far away, it's an hour to get a train up here. We're actually storing trains in
Now
7th and
arriving
Metro for that
Jefferson,
first run
USC
out.
station. Exit here for the Galen Center and University Village.
There's
The next stop is now
line down
Western
there
Station,
at,
USC Station. Exit
Olympic
here for the Galen
Expo.
Center and University Expo, Western
We got
Station.
a few cars there.
Well, they've got it worked out. Believe me, they've got it worked out.
You get off the terminal and you would have to go across the platform. Normally, you wouldn't go from distance to exit.
last
You
time
would
I
get
was
off
here, I
across
found
the
the word,
street.
just go back and forth.
Yeah, being down here.
Okay, this is Fauché Learning Center. It's K through 12. They have a really wonderful program in association with USC. They work with 4 underprivileged schools. And if the students are selected to go through this program, they get tutoring, special classes. Their parents have to go to classes on Saturday. But if they make it all the way through the program, they have a free 4-year
Now
scholarship
arriving
at
Expo,
USC.
Western Station. Now arriving Expo, Western Station.
So they were groomed all the way.
Pardon?
They were groomed all the way.
Yes. I know Drew is one of those schools. I don't know who the other 3 are.
After they stopped fighting us in this room.
And Drew, of course, is a Blue Line school. And I'll talk a little bit more about that on the way back when I have a captive audience.
They have an undercrossing there, right? At Western?
You have an undercrossing that belongs to Fauché. Their teachers open it, escort them through, and close it. We did make improvements, or Expo Authority made improvements to that. They strengthened it so that the trains, it had a stronger base. They put cameras in it, lights, that kind of thing. But the teachers at Fauché control it.
They'll be using the Siemens cars on here too. won't
Yes,
they?
yes.
They're the-
Okay, that's Gramercy. We just passed. So now you are going to feel us picking up speed and going 55 miles an hour. And it's totally fenced and all the intersections are gated.
The next stop is Expo Park, USC Station. The next stop is Expo Park, USC Station.
It's very confused. I have to go back and report that.
So each time you ride, you get to notice things that are not working so well. That's good.
It appears it
Now
just got off on
arriving
its...
Expo Park, USC
Yeah,
Station.
it got off
Exit
of its
here
loop.
for the California
Because when
Science
we were at
Center and the
USC, I
University
thought
of Southern
that we were at
California.
23rd Street.
I thought we were
Now
going from
arriving
Harvard to
Expo
still
Park,
talking about
USC Station.
Yeah.
Exit here. California Science Center and the Expo Crenshaw Station.
They're pretty much automatic. I
The
think
next
there's
stop
only the
is
train
Expo
that actually
Crenshaw
does it.
Station.
Yeah, so when we went a little slower, it kind of got lost. But I'll go back and record it because, yeah, again, it's a test train. We're working out all the bugs. We need to know that it's not working properly. So we're going to be coming up to Farmdale. The Farmdale station was added on at the requirement for the PUC. That station will not be open when we open on the 28th, but the train will do a stop and proceed. The other station that will not be open is the Culver City station. Both Farmdale and Culver City will open this summer.
I thought that was the end of the line.
We will open to La Cienega.
Farmdale's wrong, the kids were too stupid to trust the guys.
Hey,
Be nice. Hey, be
It
nice.
wasn't the kids, it was.
I went there.
Believe it or not, the kids get it. The kids get it. Believe
It's
me.
the adults you gotta worry
It's
about.
the adults, exactly. At Farmdale, we have 2 no left turn signs. And the teachers pull out of the lot and turn left.
Now arriving
So that's one of those
Expo Crenshaw
conditions where we
Station.
just put a motor officer there. It only takes about
Now
one
arriving
ticket
Expo Crenshaw
for it
Station.
to spread through the school. This is Crenshaw. This is our last. This is West Angeles Church of God. They have about 20,000 parishioners. When the Crenshaw line opens, the Crenshaw line is scheduled to open in 2018. It will go from the blue line to the Expo line. All of that you see over there. If you want Earl's chili, you gotta go get it before 2018. That will be gone, and they will come in underground, and to transfer they will have to come up to the Expo line. The next,
Is it gonna be a through operation?
no.
No, it's a transfer. But this is also important to note that in 2002, when we were working on getting the Expo line, the bishop or the pastor of this church went up to one of the politicians and told her that the people have chosen electric light rail, and that was the change from a busway to a rail. Von Burke was told that the people had chosen electric light rail.
Right.
So it was official.
Because the operator obviously got a red light. Remember, the operator is not watching the same lights that the cars are watching. The operator has its own light, and it's either a flat bar or a horizontal bar. Or I did that backwards. But that's what the
next
operator
stop
is
is
watching.
Expo Vermont
So
Station.
even if all the cars have green lights, if the operator
The
gets
next stop is
a
Expo
horizontal
Vermont
bar,
Station.
then they must stop. The operators on these trains are truly driving the train. Now the green line was built to run without an operator. Actually, the red and purple line were also built to run without an operator. We do have
Now
operators
arriving
on all
Expo
of
Vermont
them.
Station. The next
But on
stop
this
is
line, the
Farmingdale
gold line and the
District
blue line, the operator actually drives the
The
train.
next stop is Farmingdale Expo Vermont Station. Exit here for the Natural History Museum.
It is very confusing.
I live right down the next street.
And we're slowing down for the Farmdale station.
Now arriving Farmdale Station.
Caught up with us again.
Now arriving Farmdale
Dorsey
Station.
High School is on that corner over there. If you're ever in this area, they have the most gorgeous tree in the center courtyard that I've ever seen. You know the tentacles that go out? Some of them are like this thick. I mean, it's just a gorgeous tree. That's the top of the tree out there. You can see how old it is. Right after we pass Dorsey, there's a huge park that is in Councilman Wesson's office. It's huge. I mean, if you look at LA real estate, it has a Olympic swimming pool, it has tennis courts, baseball diamond, football field, skateboard park. I mean, it's just huge. This is Dorsey High School.
So what's left at the station?
Pardon?
What's left at the station? Why could it not open up next week?
Because it hasn't been approved. Yeah, it hasn't been approved, and Metro has not accepted it as finished. We didn't build the Expo line, and so before Metro takes substantial occupancy, they want to make sure that everything has been finished by the people who are supposed to build it. So we have not accepted occupancy of that station yet.
In a couple of years, you will.
Actually, it's supposed to be this summer. So this is the park I was talking about.
The next stop is Expo
Pretty
La Brea
amazing when
Station.
you think of that much real estate in Los Angeles. I'm very
Next
happy
stop
it's
is
still alive.
Expo La Brea Station.
So now we're going to start going up in the air to the elevated La Brea station. Then we will come back down, and then we will go back up in the air to the
The
last
next
Cienega
stop
station.
is Expo
I
Western
apologize for
Station.
the ugly billboard that you're going to be sitting in.
Now arriving Expo La Brea Station.
And then when it goes to Culver City,
Now
we will go
arriving
back
Expo
down and
La Brea
back
Station.
up to Culver City, which is also an area station. There's the lovely billboard.
Well, Barbara, the big question is, Is there anything with authority to take all the graffiti off of the roofs and all that?
Yeah, I don't know about the local community. I'm hoping we can get some kind of nice mural on it. Now, when we get to La Cienega, we will be getting off the train, and you will have time to wander around. I'll check with the operator, find out how much time we have. If C's Candy is making peanut brittle, they make chocolate 2 days a week and peanut brittle 3 days a week. And peanut butter brittle day is just heaven.
Unless you're diabetic.
This line is expected to have about 27,000 passengers on phase 1 within the next 5 years, and 67,000 passengers when phase 2 opens.
Now arriving
Phase 2
Expo
will
Western
go to
Station.
4th Street in Santa Monica, and is
Now
expected to
arriving
open
Expo Western Station.
2015-16.
The next stop is La Cienega Jefferson Station.
So
next
to La
stop is
Cienega
La
is
Cienega
about
Jefferson
7.6 miles, and then to Culver City is 8.6 miles. So we're opening a mile short. And again, it's because the station is not finished.
What accommodations do they do for the businesses that are on the orphan side of the tracks?
It depends on how they're impacted. And because we didn't build the line, I'm not sure what kind of mitigation they provided.
Well, there's roadways or something to get in.
This roadway was there. They've named it Metroway, actually.
Okay.
There used to be a lot of businesses that had their parking,
Now
and that
arriving La
parking was taken
Cienega
out.
Jefferson
They were
Station.
just open lots.
This is our last stop. Please make sure to gather all your belongings and exit the train at this time. Thank you for riding
Now, if
Metro.
it's really a clear day, it's a great view from this station. You can see the Hollywood sign, downtown LA, Century City, our building, and the bank, U.S. Bank building.
Barbara,
If it's really clear.
some of Metro needs to get in contact with Clear Channel to have the,
Okay, be sure to take everything with you. When we board, we will be boarding the first car again. I have to find out.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, this train will be departing at 10:46.
None of our seats.
10:46, the train will be departing back to downtown Los Angeles.
They do feeder service into the train. Okay. We either have 15 minutes here or 2 minutes here. Your choice. Okay, 15. So we will be boarding this train in the front in 15 minutes.
well, what do you think?
Going down?
Yeah, they're both,
Oh, okay.